She'd merely fallen asleep with her eyes open, but when she woke up, she was shocked to discover that the hair under her arms had inexplicably grown 20 centimeters long. Confused, Lisa headed to the hospital where she worked, only to find everything seemingly normal, except there wasn't a single person in sight. The once crowded wards were now eerily empty. Even the phones were completely unresponsive. The entire hospital was unsettlingly silent, with only the recorder in the security room emitting strange, static-like noises. Panicked, Lisa rushed out into the street, only to be utterly stunned by what she saw. The once bustling roads were now deserted. Communities that used to be full of life had become lifeless shells. A wave of fear overwhelmed Lisa. She had no idea what was happening, but deep down she could feel an ominous unease. She went door to door, hoping someone could answer her questions, but no matter how hard she tried, no one responded. It was as if the entire human race had vanished overnight. She searched the empty streets until exhaustion overcame her, then returned home to rest for a while. But before she could fall asleep, a strange melody began playing in her ears. Startled, she got up, grabbed a self-defense weapon, and summoning her courage, stepped outside. She followed the sound of the music, creeping into a mysterious house. But just then, a man appeared. Lisa was startled out of her wits, but when she realized the man was also a survivor like her, relief washed over her. Though they still didn't know what was going on, at least they weren't alone anymore. The man had experienced the same thing. He woke up to find the world completely abandoned. Feeling a sense of shared fate, the two of them went to the police station to seek help, but to their dismay, the place was already engulfed in total darkness, not a single sign of life to be found. Left with no choice, they decided to try rescuing themselves. They located the broadcasting equipment, hoping to send out a distress signal using radio waves. But after working for a while, they realized the radios and transmitters had all mysteriously lost their signal. The man took a handgun from the drawer just in case, and they prepared to flee the town by car. But they hadn't gone far when they encountered something terrifying. An enormous black fog had risen on the only road out of town. Completely baffled, the man walked up to the mist and cautiously reached his hand into it. But the moment he touched the fog, he was overwhelmed with excruciating pain. With no way forward, they turned back, only to discover that the entire town was now surrounded by the same black fog. Worse still, the terrifying smoke was creeping closer at a pace visible to the naked eye. In a panic, the man grabbed a measuring stick and began timing and recording the fog's advance. What they discovered stunned them. In just 3 more days, the black smoke would completely consume them. They climbed to the highest point in town and were met with a doomsday-like view. Even though the danger was closing in, they had no idea where to go next. Once again, the two sank into deep despair. But as they drove aimlessly in search of answers, a strange restaurant caught the woman's attention.